Damn shame, because I wanted to be one of those cutie pies that jumps out of a cake at stag parties. Next month I'm booked for a luau. I'm coming out of a pig.
You gonna go on for?
Till I die.
Till you die?
And there's more of the same, but different, on Saturday evening at 10:55, when Craig introduces another lineup of comedy talent and goes fishing with the comedians' deep-sea angling team. Whatever next? And whatever's next for us is the late shift. Ronnie Scott's is the venue for an unmissable showcase presentation by Nina Simone, starting in a couple of minutes. And then at 12:45, a chance to catch the complete Millie Jackson in concert.
TSOP, the sound of Philadelphia at our price, with MFSB and the OJs. The Jacksons, Billy Paul, McFadden and Whitehead. The smooth sounds of Archie Bell and the Drells, Teddy Pendergrass, Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, and more. Sound out the sound of Philadelphia on double album, cassette, and specially compiled CD at our price.
Love. 15 all. 30, 15. 30 all. 40, 30. Deuce. Advantage power. Game, set, and match. Power.
Denim. Ask the girl.
It started with a crisp, a low-fat crisp from KP. How could I resist the flavor that's so tasty? I find you simply irresistible. It was love at first sight.
Rise above the ordinary with KP lower fat crisps. You'll love the taste.
While you're keeping in great condition, here's a colorant that does the same for your hair. Nice and easy with Condition Plus. No other long-lasting colorant leaves your hair shinier and with more body. Nice and easy from Clairol. The way to stay in great condition from head to toe.
Motor insurance renewal? Don't. First, get a quote from the AA. Dial 100 and ask for free phone AA auto quote tomorrow.
Wisk Automatic. A thick, concentrated liquid detergent which goes deep into your wash with the deep, penetrating power to work through and through the fibers, getting your clothes really clean, returning them all to you cleaner and brighter. Wisk Automatic. Deep cleaning power for all your wash.
Al Pacino, Meryl Streep.
My name is Arthur Stargill, and this is my story.
Strike, the bloodshed begins.
Got your message, Dutch.
I can't take much more of this, Arthur. I love you, but I'm nearly 30.
Please, don't do this, Arthur.
Give me that budgie.
You haven't got a chance in hell.
There goes the fastest trade union leader you will ever see, Slim.
Which side are you on?
Just give me 1 hour to win this strike.
Al Pacino is Arthur Scargill in The Strike, coming soon exclusively to Channel 4.
Hi, good evening. Welcome to The Late Shift. I'm Vivian Goldman.
And I'm Charlie Gillett. And tonight we have 2 films by black American women, Nina Simone and Millie Jackson, who have very little in common, except the important characteristic that they both survived in an industry which loves to throw people away the minute they haven't got a hit record anymore.
They both created their own niche, you know, because neither of them particularly fit into stereotypes, is what I was getting at.
Yeah, although and then, ironically, they both created
their own stereotypes. Make your own stereotype, yeah.
In the case of Millie Jackson, as we'll see, becoming a kind of vamp, I was going to say. I don't know what the word is for somebody who makes sex their thing.
Oh, well, like Luther does, or like Marvin did, or...
No, she goes far beyond that in her talking.
She's actually not that dissimilar to Barry White, who I had the privilege of seeing not that long ago, you know.
That's closer to it.
Yes, Barry White and Millie Jackson... Barry White specifically refers to himself as a sex or love therapist, and I think that Millie would say the same kind of thing.
Right.
But maybe we should talk about Nina first, because Nina's first.
Okay. She was trained classically, had gospel background somewhere or other, but really made her mark as a jazz singer and pianist. And in 1959 recorded her first LP, which included I Love You Porgy, which was a big hit in America, and had a B-side, which at the time was one of my favorites, Love Me or Leave Me or Let Me Be Lonely, with an incredible jazz piano solo in it. And she doesn't play that much jazz piano anymore. I don't know why.
But she has a brilliant style. She has a great, strong left hand, as they say.
And in the 60s, she had various hits. She did a nice cover of Screaming Jay Hawkins' I Put a Spell on You. She did the original version of Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood, which the Animals had a hit with later.
And, of course, she had her own hit, that she wrote herself, of Young, Gifted and Black, one of the most important records of the 60s.
We mention all these things,
expressing the times.
But most of these songs you don't see in her set, because what she's now doing is a much kind of moodier, slow, sort of atmospheric type of thing, where I don't know if most of the songs she's written herself, but they don't have the kind of characteristic catchy melodies
swing
that made the pop hits.
Yeah, she's moved beyond swing into some more abstract plane. Well, she does describe herself at the end of this film as a space child, and I think nobody could come up with a more accurate description. You know, although she has been very politically engaged, and with Young, Gifted and Black and Mississippi Goddam that she does perform in this film, and in many ways, you know, her choice of lifestyle, you know, which she hints at quite strongly in the film, you know, her sexuality and all that. She has, you know, endure the pain of people who live, in a sense, on the margins, and that you do get this great sense of tragedy and hovering over all her work. You know, there's a lot of hurt all the time that actually informs the way she sings, which is why it's such an intense experience hearing her sing. She is a great artist.
And to me, this is one of the rare cases in all the programs that we've shown in the Late Shift, where you get a definite sense of one-to-one, she playing the piano, singing to the camera, and a definite intimacy, which is really hard to achieve, I think. A lot of times watching music on film, or music performance on film, you have a sense that this is a second-hand experience in some way, that the person's actually performing for the audience that was there or whatever. But Nina really comes across.
Well, all the difficulties that people say they have with working with Nina, you know, about whom violent stories kind of do tend to fly around and have been substantiated, you know, you nonetheless get this feeling that she cannot compromise. She just has to do what she has to do, and if she has to be kind of prickly and difficult, she has to do that. But it's that kind of integrity to herself that makes her performance so moving. I mean, I think this is quite a remarkable film, you know.
So here we have Nina Simone recorded live at Ronnie Scott's Where You See Us Now. But this was in 1984. And yes, she does do My Baby Just Cares For Me.
Charlie, how can you tell him like that? Everybody would have been in tenterhooks. Anyway, what he's saying is it's really worth watching Nina Simone.
I know what God is, but I do not believe in any denomination. I think it's necessary, and I know that ritual is necessary. And for whatever people need, of course, they should do it. But I do not believe in any denomination, wherever I am. If I need the solitude, and I often do, and the meditation, and the quietness, and the communication with God, I'll go to any church if I can find that atmosphere. But I will not get hung by it. No, nor will I get involved in it to the point where it dominates my thinking and this one is better than that one. No, I will not do that. Music is my God. From the depths of slumber, its eyes send spiral staircase. I think I said that clear enough, and I do want to get married.
Okay. It's fine. Thank you very much indeed for talking to me. Nina Simone, recorded right here at Ronnie Scott's 4 years ago. But the effect I had of being drawn in by her, just singing direct to camera and just, really, really sort of sense of intimate performance, was dissipated, I felt, by the interviews, which kind of put me off the longer they went on. And normally the idea of an interview is it should bring you in.
But Charlie, what you're saying is that the more you got to know her, the more distanced you felt from her.
I did.
Yes.
It's true.
Yes, well, sometimes, it's better just to listen to the music and not really to get to know the person behind it, although at the same time it's always interesting, and it does add another dimension to her work, that you know where it's coming from, as they used to say.
Okay, anyway, next is Millie Jackson, who
comes from somewhere else.
Doesn't do an interview, but she does a lot of talking. After this.
Enjoy the ads.
In April of '83, Colonel Tompkins Warburton began his ill-fated expedition up the Punjab in search of the legendary Punjab Puri. Due to a series of unforeseen mishaps, he lost his wife, his only son, Henry, and 5,000 Sherpas. He struggled on alone, supported by his great-grandmother from an address in Chelmsford. 3 years later, he at last reached the great all-seeing hermit of Hindustan, who told him, tragically, the way is long, the road is dark, and he could have got authentic Punjab Puri from Medamsley Road concert. The colonel suffered severe shock and shortly afterwards became Japanese.
Pay attention, Phileas Fogg, authentic snacks made in Medamsley Road concert.
Every Kwit fitter has to go to school. We teach them all there is to know, each little golden rule. Our fitters have to be first class. Only the best will do. When they pass with flying colours, they're official boys in blue. So drive on down to Kwit. We're waiting just for you. Every product's guaranteed.
You'll love their prices too.
You can't get better than a Kwit fitter.
You can't get better than a Kwit fitter.
You can't get better than a Kwit fitter. We're the boys to trust.
Wake up in the morning, wanting some breakfast. What margarine do I spread on my toast? Oh,
tureen, yeah.
Could there be a better way to feed the dog you care for?
This new Pedigree Chum seems to have put excitement into feeding times. It's got that something extra. And to see them enjoying it, then that's wonderful.
Two of my dogs have delicate tummies, but we feel now we've got them a new Pedigree Chum. It's absolutely first class for them.
Yeah, it's a terrific food. And if you wanted any persuasion, just come and see my dogs.
They believe there is a better way to feed a dog. New Pedigree Chum. Top breeders recommend it.